Vocal coach to Grande, Chalamet. Others gives back as Gloversville School alum. Before Eric Vetro was coaching Austin Butler on his Elvis drawl or helping Ariana Grande craft her Glinda, he was a student at Gloversville High School getting excused from climbing ropes during gym class. He accompanied the spring musicals, and his teachers, even the tough gym teacher, wanted to make sure his fingers were ready to fly along the piano keys come showtime. Vetro's love of Hollywood musicals was nurtured in the upstate factory town, eventually growing into a career that's taken him to movie sets, Broadway, major award shows, and more as Hollywood's go-to vocal coach. Now, he is giving back to the school that gave him so much through a new, annual $15,000 scholarship for a graduating senior who has excelled in the arts. Growing up, Vetro devoured musicals with his grandmother and cousin Melissa at the Glove Theater, filling the 30-minute walk back to their grandmother's home singing all the songs we just saw in the movie. He religiously watched The Ed Sullivan Show and The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and through these films and shows, Vetro nurtured a dream. I always thought, oh, it'd be so great to go to California, out to Hollywood, and work with these people, Vetro said. Don't ask me where I got that from, or how that was going to work out, but it was in my mind. That's what I was going to do. I just knew that's what I was going to do. When it comes to his students, Vetro is slow to name drop when talking from his sunny Los Angeles home, but his autographed piano and Instagram feed of cheery selfies and warm-up videos showcase the names and faces of those who have found or strengthened their singing voices thanks to Vetro. Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling, Bette Midler, Victoria Monet, Pamela Anderson, Katy Perry, Will Ferrell, and countless more. For the upcoming Bob Dylan biopic A Complete Unknown, Timothee Chalamet turned to Vetro, who helped him on Wonka, to capture Dylan's distinct style, and Vetro worked on Joan Baez's signature vibrato with his co-star Monica Barbaro. If you really capture the essence of a person, then the audience is going to go with that. It doesn't have to be a carbon copy, said Vetro of his approach to actors in biographical works. Past students include Renee Zellweger for her Oscar-winning turn as Judy Garland, Hugh Jackman in The Boy from Oz, and Angelina Jolie for the upcoming Maria Callas biopic, at Gloversville High School. He found teachers who supported his dream, whether by letting the teen skip gym class to protect his hands, or music teacher Lois Hesser and Latin teacher Marylouise Ruggiero encouraging his input on casting the musicals. To him, the school's auditorium became and remains such a sacred place. I wasn't a confident kid, but when Hesser and Ruggiero would talk to me like I was an adult and ask me my opinion, that gave me such a boost, Vetro said. That also helped solidify this confidence in me, that if I want to go to Hollywood and work with movie stars and pop stars and whoever, I can do it because these people accepted me. Those teachers in high school were just as big in my mind as any movie star or movie director. Current supportive Gloversville music teachers partly inspired Kendra Breton, the first recipient of Vetro's scholarship, to pursue music education at Roberts Wesleyan University in Rochester. I love music, and I want to share that love with others, and I don't want to stop doing it, said Breton, who played in the school's jazz band and sang in its choirs. I've had amazing music teachers as well who have made incredible impacts on my life, and I want to do the same thing for other people. Because of her family's financial situation, Breton knew she would have to rely on scholarships and financial aid. Tuition per semester is nearly $52,000 at Robert Wesleyan. With her schedule 11 classes this semester, on top of homework and practice sessions, getting a job wasn't feasible. This scholarship has helped me to not worry so much about my financial aspect of this and to really be able to enjoy what I'm doing, Breton said. She had to read the award letter over 3 times before it sank in that the scholarship was for $15,000, calling it a God moment and such a blessing. And when she looked up her benefactor, she learned that Vetro was not only a vocal coach to the stars but also someone from her hometown. After graduating high school in 1974, Vetro went to New York University, where he encountered a different type of teacher who, along with his Gloversville teachers, would shape how he approached music education. I had a teacher in New York who was brutally honest, but unfortunately, he was brutal in his honesty, Vetro said. He had no bedside manner. Vetro is very honest with his students, but he does it with a real sense of kindness, focusing on a person's potential, unique needs, and confidence. Even though several of his students are major pop stars, including Grande, Sabrina Carpenter, John Legend, and Pink, many are actors cast in a role requiring them to sing. They are much more vulnerable or feel much more fragile than someone who's been singing ever since they were a kid, Vetro said. As Vetro explains how he adapts his approach to his own students, focusing on Dylan's physicality when he works with Chalamet, testing different exercises to find the right fit, he is quick to plunk out a short scale on the keyboard hidden just off camera to emphasize a point. Many of the exercises and several of his A-list students are featured in his upcoming BBC Maestro series, which aims to make learning how to sing accessible through pre-recorded video lessons and demonstrations. The courses are suited for all voice parts and a range of skill levels. There wasn't one big moment when Vetro realized he was living out his childhood dream idea. Instead, it was little moment by little moment by little moment working with Midler, who was one of his favorite artists on Hello Dolly, Shirley Jones, the coolest mom on the planet, who he regularly watched on The Partridge Family, being on set during his first movie musical. When Lea Michele of Glee fame called Vetro, letting him know she was going to be Fanny Bryce in the recent Funny Girl revival, his first call was to one of his cousins to reminisce about the time they saw the original movie in Gloversville and how Vetro saw it 4 times in one weekend. Talk about a full circle moment. Talk about a dream coming true, Vetro said. I was so enamored of that movie and that show and that music, and here I was working with today's version of it. It was really, really thrilling. Yet, despite his staggering resume, Vetro doesn't think he's made it to him. That would imply he doesn't need to work and could simply rest on his laurels. Instead, he works 7 days a week, willingly foregoing vacations, because he loves what he's doing. He watches his students soar on screen and stage with pride, likening himself to an uncle. While the relentless schedule would burn him out, it fuels him. We all have to do what it is that we feel necessary to make our lives happy and healthy and spiritually fulfilled, Vetro said. For me, this is it.